Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2024 ski test. Today we're talking about this Atomic Redster Q7.8. This is one of two of the widest skis in the entire Redster line. So if you're starting at the narrowest, Redster X9S is 65.5 millimeters underfoot. This Redster Q7.8 is 84.5 millimeters underfoot. So very representative of the range of skis within the Redster name. And really what we have here is a carving ski that's as wide as an all-mountain ski. So we're truly blurring the lines between frontside and all-mountain, giving this thing just a ton of versatility. Basically the way it's built is the same way as the Redster Q7, but just in a wider platform. So if you're familiar with the Redster Q7, you're gonna know the construction and shaping concept of this ski already. So we've got a power wood core in this ski, we have Titanal laminates, and we have RevoShock C. RevoShock C between the two systems is a little bit lighter, which I think for a lot of skiers is actually helpful. If anything, it's a little bit more responsive too in just how it reacts to skier input. Maybe not as damp as the RevoShock S, but that kind of comes along with a heavier feel as well. We also still get that kind of ultra wall concept that Atomic uses where they're bolstering the sidewall right underfoot. Not quite the same core thickness in this ski as you would see in like a Redster G9 or Redster X9S or something like that, which corresponds to a just slightly softer flex pattern than some of those skis. And when you kind of combine that with the wider waist width, that's where you're getting some better soft snow performance. So 84.5 underfoot. We still are basically 100% camber in this ski, and then turn radius is going to basically match the Q7 models completely. So this is a 173 centimeter length, which is a 14.4 meter turn radius. Same thing is true in all the Redster Q models. They have some subtle changes to the shaping concept. Basically just in the tip and the tail, there is just a touch of early taper in kind of how they're finishing the extremities of the ski. And with that slightly softer flex, with the wider waist width, and with these shaping changes, this ski does quite well in softer snow conditions. It still does feel more like a carving ski to me than a true versatile all-mountain ski. So if Moguls is higher on your list of priorities than frontside carving, I think there are better skis out there for you. But if carving is really your focus, if you spend most of your time on firm, groomed conditions, this is a great ski and one that you can still take into moguls, into softer snow, stuff like that. Another just really good, just kind of undeniable application for this ski is a Western carving skier. So out west, you typically have softer snow conditions on your trails. You know, you're benefiting from true packed powder, where a lot of the time here on the east, you're skiing just actually icy conditions. This ski handles packed powder so well, and I think you could make the argument that it handles it a little bit better than something like the Redster Q7, the narrower version of this ski. So really cool. Also something that's approachable for a less aggressive skier. If you compare this ski to the Q9.8, that 9.8 is heavier, stiffer, going to be a touch more demanding, where this ski I do think is suitable for an intermediate skier, as long as you're an intermediate skier with at least reasonably accomplished technique. But then you could throw an advanced expert skier on here too, and they're going to have a great time. And if anything, some of those advanced expert skiers, just based on personal preference, may prefer this ski lighter, more responsive over something like the Q9.8, heavier, more damp. It really just comes down to skiing style and personal preference at that point. So that's the Redster Q7.8 from Atomic. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we'll see you out there on the slopes.